you tonight. I'm telling you what. Ladies and gentlemen, behind the bar we have Teresa and Katie flipping the drinks for you guys. Let's hear a little bit of a fucking applause. They can work their ass off. We got shots tonight. They're laugh out loud shots. They're called passionate kisses. They're for $5. The full proceeds are gonna go all to comics. Sounds good. Ladies and gentlemen, before I start this show though, everybody has a drink. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot of people that come into this bar and work here that are in the military. We just sent a dude off to Afghanistan. He just came back from Iraq. He came back for only a few weeks and bam, he's back again. Ladies and gentlemen, this is so we can do this shit here. Let's give it up to ladies and gentlemen who are across the fucking seas. And before I introduce the first comic, of course, I gotta introduce my DJ over here. He goes by Caveman. You might get a little more taste of him a little bit later. Let's hear it for DJ Caveman, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to the stage, you ready to get this comedy started? Do I hear some applause? Last week, this gentleman tore the fucking stage up, and we have him back for a little encore. He goes by Todd Smith.
Yes. This is an audience. Now, this is a place to do comedy, man. This place is great. These comedians will tell you for sure that when you're coming up in comedy, you find yourself in like the most shady places. It's ridiculous, man. Like, we all used to perform in a hookah lounge. You guys ever been to a hookah lounge before? The whole place smells like smoke and fruit. A bunch of angry teenagers, like someone set a Jamba Juice on fire or something, you know? And I wanted to like, you know, I didn't want to not, you know, smoke in there and everything, so I go to light a cigarette. And the manager's like, man, you gotta go outside with that. I'm like, I can't smoke in a hookah lounge? Dude, that doesn't make sense. That's like getting kicked out of an orgy for jacking off, you know? Like, I'm shy. I can't talk to girls, sorry. You guys drinking out there? Obviously, we held some drinks up. That's awesome. I had to quit drinking, man, because it was like way too high on my priorities list. Maybe you can relate to that, Las Vegas. It's like I go out, spend hundreds of dollars a week, and it didn't even faze me. It wasn't even a big deal. I'd go out, spend like $100, be like, no big deal, I had a good time. But then if I was sick, I had a cold or something, oh, right, I'd go to Walgreens. I go to Walgreens and I'm like, $8 for NyQuil? Fuck you, man. I'm out of here. These jokes are fucking weird when they're remixed. Yeah. I thought someone was hacking me. Or heckling. I don't know what I'm saying, man. But shit. The only thing I do miss about drinking was the alcohol-inspired thoughts that really were nuts and crazy. Like, I compare things that don't belong together. Like, gay guys are like tuna fish. They both come in the can. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta think about that one for a little bit of time. College girls are like fruity frozen drinks. They're both virgins until you give them a little alcohol, you know? That's true. Whether you work at Red Lobster or you watch an old Godzilla movie, either way you're gonna see a lot of crushed Asians, man. That's I got Joe laughing. That makes me happy, man. Awesome, man. And blowjobs are like steaks. It's very rare that I get them well done. You know what I'm saying? Ladies are like, I don't know what you're saying. I'll always give them well done. And they always go better with a tossed salad. You know, that's... I like to have my salad first. I don't know about you guys. When I was growing up, it's like, hey, get up for all the black people in the audience. There's like 4. Yeah. Thanks for coming out. You guys are wonderful, man. I have a kinship with black people, man, because when I was growing up, I had a black babysitter. I was the only white kid on the block who had a poo nanny, you know? It's true. It's weird. Any wine drinkers out there? When drinking wine? Nah, it's not really a wine place. Nah, probably not. I noticed that all the great wines come from like California, France, Italy, Spain. But there's no great wines from Mexico. You know why? Because who the hell wants to drink jalapeno grigio, you know? I'm saying you know a lot. I do like dirty girls though, man. Who doesn't? The only place you can meet them though is bars, and I don't go out that often. I'm going to like Starbucks, stuff like that, so it's kind of hard to meet one. It's even harder to get a sober girl to be dirty. Like trying to talk a sober girl to anal sex is a great way of talking her out of regular sex, you know? That's the truth. And that joke was sponsored by Jägermeister. Which reminds you, when it comes to anal sex, don't beg her, Jaeger. She will thank you in the morning, man. This feels good. See, I was waiting for that. No, she wasn't done yet. So, it's hard enough meeting people, you know, trying to get a relationship going, like without all the misunderstandings. Like I wanted to ask this girl out on a date. She's like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, why? She said, well, I heard that you were a racist. I was like, a racist? She's like, yeah. Overheard a couple of my friends talk, and they're like, don't go out with Todd. He's a racist. And I'm like, no, that's a misunderstanding. I'm a rapist. Yeah. I don't care if she's black or white as long as she says no, you know? People are like, you don't rape anybody. You're fucking gorgeous. That's cool. It's true. It's true. Oh, it's like, a lot of times when you're dating, you get sick of dating, you get sick of the guarantees, so you might go back with an ex. I'm not sure if you guys ever done that before. I hooked up with this ex-girlfriend, and when we were together, we didn't use condoms or anything like that. We were good to go. So when I went back to her place, we're about to get it on, I pull out a condom and she gets all offended. She's like, we don't need that. It's like, I don't have any diseases. And I'm like, baby, I'm not worried about getting STDs. I'm worried about getting KIDs, all right? Because kids, it's permanent. Those shits don't go away with topical cream, all right? And until they come up with a cure for little Todd syphilis, I'm wearing a condom. That's just the way it is, man. Thank you. Yeah, he's a good guy, man. That's cool, man. But, yeah, so I've been, not drinking for a while. I'm getting back in shape. I actually had some luck with the girls. It was nice. I hooked up, had my first menage a trois. Give it up for me. That's awesome. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for that. That was cool. And the best thing was it was with twins. Even better. That's wonderful. Now you're like skeptical. But it's not as good as you might think it would be, because the one girl was all timid and shy. I had to like coax her into it, tell her what to do. And her brother was all over me and shit. I was like, I think your brother's gay. What the hell? My name's Todd Smith. Thanks for the laughs. Appreciate it, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Todd Smith and Mulligans tonight.